What if I told you that true medicine isn't found in a pill or in a hospital room, but in your deepest core? What if there were a spiritual key as old as humanity itself, capable of healing not only your body, but also the invisible wounds of your soul? Throughout life, we accumulate pain. Some manifest as physical illnesses, chronic pain, imbalances, or exhaustion. Others, more subtle, reside in our energetic field. Unexplained sadness, existential emptiness, persistent anxiety, or a feeling of disconnection from life. It's as if something inside us is crying out for help, but we don't know how to listen. Ancient wisdom did not view the body and soul as separate entities. The sages of the past understood that every physical ailment is a reflection of a deeper imbalance, a message from the spirit calling for harmony. Esoteric schools taught that the body is the temple of the soul, and that healing one requires attending to the other. This video is a spiritual guide for those who feel the call to deeper healing. We will explore how energy, consciousness, and intention can be used as sacred tools to restore balance to all planes of being. We will reveal knowledge that has been guarded by mystics, healers, and shamans for centuries, and that is now re-emerging with force in this era of awakening. We'll talk about the body as an energetic map, emotions as coded keys, and the power of words, thoughts, and silence. Later, you'll learn a rapid manifestation technique that will not only help you focus your intention, but also accelerate your transformation process. This isn't just a healing video. It's a call to remember who you truly are, an energetic, powerful being capable of restoring your own light from the root. So open your heart, quiet your mind, and prepare yourself, because you are about to enter a dimension where the soul speaks and the body listens. Since the dawn of civilizations, healing has been viewed not as a merely physical act, but as a sacred process that involves all levels of being: body, mind, spirit, and energy. The ancients knew that pain does not arise from a vacuum. Every illness is, in essence, a messenger, and those who learned to listen to their symptoms as symbols discovered in them a path to inner transformation. In ancient Egypt, healers were also priests. They knew the art of balancing the subtle bodies through the use of sounds, herbs, symbols, and rituals. The Evers Papyrus, one of the oldest medical texts, speaks not only of physical treatments, but also of spells and prayers. For them, illness was not an organic failure, but rather the manifestation of an energetic or spiritual disorder. The goddess Sekhmet, for example, was not only a symbol of destruction, but also of healing, representing the duality of inner power that could heal or sicken, depending on its balance. This dual, energetic understanding of the body was fundamental to many later traditions. In the Vedic tradition, the human body is considered the vehicle of the soul on its journey of evolution. The chakras, these subtle energy centers, represent not only aspects of the physical body, but also levels of consciousness. When one of these centers is blocked, the vital energy, prana, does not flow properly, and illness results. Ayurveda, the science of life, teaches that every ailment has a root cause in the imbalance between body, mind, and spirit. The wise rishis knew that an unmanaged emotion could disrupt the body's internal elements: earth, water, fire, air, and ether, and that healing required more than herbs. I needed introspection, detachment, meditation. For American shamans, the most serious illness is not physical, but the loss of the soul. This occurs when a person suffers trauma, deep grief, a disconnection from their purpose. Part of their vital energy fragments, and in its place is a void that manifests as apathy, chronic sadness, or even physical ailments. The healing process then consisted of recovering the soul through rituals, sacred chants, master plants, and spiritual journeys. It wasn't about eliminating the symptom, but rather restoring the whole being. Even great Western thinkers such as Pythagoras, Plato, and Empedocles understood that the body must be in tune with the cosmos. For them, music, art, and contemplation were forms of spiritual medicine. Pythagoras used sound to realign the soul with universal harmony, while Plato affirmed that the healing of the soul is the basis of all true healing. The mystery schools, from Hermeticism to Kabbalah, taught that the human being is a reflection of the universe. What is above is below. What happens in the soul is reflected in the body. Illness, therefore, is not a punishment but a mirror, a sign that something deeper needs attention. Healing from this perspective is an alchemical act. It requires transforming the lead of suffering into the gold of consciousness. And this requires an inner journey, spiritual guidance, and above all, a willingness to look within with honesty and compassion. In the next section, we'll begin to break down the core principles of this spiritual healing so you can apply them to your own life. To understand the power of spiritual healing, we must first learn to read the symbols the body displays. Every pain, every tension, every illness is not just an organic failure, but a coded message, a sign that something within us has lost its balance. The body doesn't get sick for no reason. It gets sick when the soul can no longer remain silent. Imagine your body as a garden. Every emotion, thought, and experience you experience leaves a seed. Some seeds bear flowers. Joy, health, vitality. Others, if left untended, turn into weeds. Fear, resentment, guilt. If you neglect that garden for too long, what was fertile turns into barren ground. And eventually the body begins to protest. When we feel a lump in our throat, isn't it something important that wasn't said? When our chest aches for no apparent medical reason, isn't it the echo of a wounded heart? The medicine of the soul begins when we stop seeing the body as a failing enemy and we recognize it as an ally that communicates what the mind doesn't want to accept. Spiritual and energetic traditions agree that each part of the body is connected to specific emotional and spiritual aspects. Let's look at some key examples. The liver, according to Chinese medicine, is the organ where anger accumulates. When we don't express what bothers us or when we repress intense emotions, the liver becomes overloaded. The lungs are associated with sadness. People who carry deep losses, unresolved grief, or feelings of loneliness often experience respiratory conditions. The stomach digests food, but also emotions. Poor digestion can be a sign that you're not handling a situation in your life well. Knees symbolize flexibility and humility. Problems with them can indicate difficulties in giving in, accepting change, or subduing the ego. This knowledge, far from being superstition, is an emotional map that allows us to navigate the true root of suffering. Learning to interpret these signs is the first step toward true healing. One of the most powerful keys spirituality offers us is this: illness doesn't come to punish you, but to teach you. It occurs when you have long ignored an inner truth. It is the voice of your deepest self telling you, it's time to change. This may sound provocative, but many people who have gone through serious illnesses say that it was precisely this crisis that allowed them to reconnect with their life purpose, as if the pain opened a door that would not otherwise have opened. In the words of the mystic poet Rumi, the wound is the place where the light enters. The key is to listen to the symptoms when they are still just whispers. A recurring discomfort, persistent insomnia, sadness disguised as fatigue. All are gentle calls before the body has to scream. Therefore, cultivating inner silence, self-knowledge, and conscious observation is vital. Meditation, introspection, and energy work aren't luxuries. They're spiritual hygiene practices. Healing isn't just about being cured. It's about returning to your center. And achieving that requires more than treatment. It requires awareness and intention. Intention is like a laser. It focuses your energy on a specific point. When you combine clear intention with energetic and spiritual practices, healing accelerates. Awareness, in turn, allows you to understand why you've become ill, what you need to let go of, and how to regain your balance. In the next section, we'll explore the more subtle levels of this healing, how your energetic field influences you, what role your vibration plays, and how you can begin to rewrite your internal reality to manifest a state of holistic well-being. When we talk about spiritual healing, we delve into a realm invisible to the eyes. but profoundly perceptible to the soul. Everything that exists vibrates. Your body, your thoughts, your emotions, even your illnesses have a frequency. Understanding and working with your energy allows you to delve into the true cause behind the imbalance, beyond the physical symptoms. Before an imbalance manifests in the body, it first appears in the energetic field. This field, also called the aura or subtle body, is composed of layers of energy that extend beyond the skin. Every thought, every emotion. When we accumulate dense emotions, fear, guilt, anger, sadness, without processing them, they begin to create blockages. These blockages not only affect our emotional state, but also alter the flow of energy in our physical body. It's as if the vital current stops flowing freely and begins to stagnate, eventually generating discomfort or illness. This is why practices such as Reiki, the laying on of hands, Qigong, meditation, and sound healing are so effective. They don't work directly on the body, but rather on the vibration that animates it. Chakras are energy vortices distributed along the spine. Each one is associated with specific organs, emotions, and states of consciousness. When a chakra is blocked, its energy becomes distorted, affecting both the physical and emotional and spiritual levels. The root chakra, for example, is related to security, survival, and connection to the earth. If you are constantly fearful or feel unstable, you may experience ailments in your legs, bones, or immune system. The heart chakra regulates love, compassion, and forgiveness. If it becomes blocked by resentment or deep sadness, heart or lung conditions, or self-esteem issues may arise. The ancients knew that healing the body required opening these energetic portals. In fact, many illnesses fail to heal because the associated chakra hasn't been healed. Healing a chakra is healing the emotional and spiritual root that fuels an imbalance. Nikola Tesla said, "If you want to understand the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." The same applies to you. Your vibration determines what you attract, how you feel, and even how quickly you heal. Have you noticed how certain people radiate health, peace, and natural magnetism? It's not luck, it's vibration. And most importantly, that vibration is cultivated. Gratitude, love, connection with nature, harmonizing music, conscious affirmations. All of these raise your frequency and strengthen your energy field. And when your energy is strong and coherent, illness loses ground. On the contrary, toxic habits, repetitive negative thoughts, dense environments, or conflictive relationships lower your frequency and open gaps through which imbalance seeps in. Just as you take care of what you eat, you must also take care of what you think, feel, and with whom you share your energy. Intention is the soul's command. When you direct your energy with awareness, you can restructure your vibrational field. It's as if you're redesigning your reality from the ground up. A powerful technique is creative visualization. Imagine your body enveloped in vibrant light, coursing through every cell, releasing painful memories, cleansing the chakras. Feel how that light undoes blockages, transforms tissues, and harmonizes your inner self. Combine this practice with affirmations, such as, "I am expanding health. Every cell in my body vibrates in harmony. Vital energy flows freely through me." This is not naive imagination. It is spiritual technology. The mystics knew the word is creative vibration. Therefore, every thought, every prayer, every visualization is a seed that germinates in your energetic field and manifests in your body. Healing isn't about suppressing symptoms, but rather understanding their origin and transforming the vibration that generated them. It's a process of deep reconnection with your essence, with your body, with your purpose. In the next section, you'll learn a rapid manifestation technique to put all this knowledge into practice in a concrete, powerful, and transformative way. Now that you understand the profound connection between your energy, your body, and your consciousness, it's time to move from theory to action. This section is dedicated to a rapid manifestation technique, designed not only to align your energetic field, but also to accelerate the process of physical and spiritual healing from the root. This practice combines ancestral elements with modern principles of neuroplasticity, vibration, and conscious intention. It is based on three pillars: silence, visualization, and speech. When these elements are synchronized, they activate a coherent frequency, capable of transforming your inner and outer reality. Step 1. Sacred silence. Channel purification. Find a quiet place where you won't be interrupted for at least 10 minutes. Sit comfortably with your back straight and close your eyes. Begin to breathe slowly and deeply, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. With each breath, feel your body relax, your mind calm, and your energy begin to flow more freely. Imagine that each exhalation releases emotional toxins, fears, doubts, and tensions. With each inhalation, you absorb golden, clean, and vital light. This first step is crucial because silence prepares the inner ground. Manifestation only occurs with clarity, and for there to be clarity, there must first be space. Step 2. Creative visualization, reprogramming the energetic body. Once your mind is calm, begin visualizing your body as a luminous map. Imagine that a bright light, gold, white, or whatever color inspires healing, begins to expand from the center of your chest. That light fills your entire body, organs, tissues, cells, until it emerges through your pores and forms a radiant energy field around you. Now focus that light on the part of your body or aspect of your life that needs healing. If it's physical pain, direct it there. If it's an emotional wound, visualize that memory enveloped in that light, slowly dissolving. As you do this, don't think about what you want to eliminate, but rather about what you wish to manifest. Harmony, well-being, fulfillment. Feel it already happening. The key is to feel as if the miracle has already manifested. Step 3, creative word, activation of the miracle. Once the visualization has reached its peak energy, it's time to use your voice or thought to seal the process. Language is vibration, and when used with intention, it acts as a code that commands energy to manifest. You can use the following powerful affirmations or create your own. I declare that my body and soul are in perfect harmony right now. I'm a channel of light, love, and healing. The miracle I ask for has already been born within me. Say it out loud if you can, with firmness and presence. If you're in a place where you can't speak, repeat it mentally with the same conviction. Then remain silent for a few minutes, letting the energy settle. Give thanks. Gratitude is the final magnet that seals and multiplies the manifestation. Here are some final recommendations to enhance the technique. Do this daily, preferably upon waking or before going to sleep. These are the times when your subconscious mind is most open to receiving new programming. Write it down. Keep a healing journal where you record your visualizations, sensations, and breakthroughs. Create an altar or power space where you can practice this technique surrounded by elements that inspire you, such as candles, crystals, and sacred symbols. Remember, you are not just a body in need of healing. You are a creative consciousness with the power to activate miracles when you align thought, emotion, and energy. Healing is not just relieving a symptom or correcting a physical dysfunction. Healing, in its deepest and most spiritual sense, is returning to the root, returning to the truth of your being, where soul and body are not separate, but intertwined like two dancers in perfect harmony. Throughout this journey, we have explored how ancient civilizations understood illness not as a punishment, but as a message, a code sent from the depths of the spirit to the body, crying out for attention, for listening, for transformation. We have learned that every organ, every pain, every discomfort is a word in the language of the soul. We understood that it's not just about healing, but about reconnecting, about aligning mind, body, and spirit so that vital energy flows freely, unobstructed without fear. Because when your energy is in coherence, when your vibration is high and your intention is clear, the body responds like a finely tuned instrument. The rapid manifestation technique we share is not just an exercise, it's a spiritual reprogramming tool, a bridge between the desire to heal and the conscious action that activates it. Because you are the channel, you are the healer, you are the miracle. And perhaps now you can see illness through different eyes, not as an enemy to be defeated, but as a teacher who comes to show you what must be released, forgiven, and embraced. Because deep down, healing is also freeing yourself from the past, from inherited wounds, from the limiting beliefs that shaped your reality without you even noticing. Do you realize the power that resides within you? The body is the stage, the soul is the director, and you, as a conscious being, hold the script in your hands. Starting today, choose to speak to your body with love. Choose to believe in your soul's infinite capacity to restore itself. Choose to be an active part of your own healing. And if this video has resonated with you, if something within you has awakened or been reorganized, then please share this message with more souls. Like, subscribe to the channel and share this content with anyone who needs to be reminded of their power to heal. Because together, we weave a web of consciousness that can transform the world, one vibration at a time. Thank you for being here. Thank you for walking this path.